Hi everyone, it's David and I am here with Will today. Welcome to Even Journal. In this new series that we're doing, we're trying to take you behind the scenes at Even Realities, show you key events, deep dives, interviews with members of the team, and more. So welcome, Will.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So today, we're mainly going to be talking about CES logistics, get some answers to customers and the Event Hub. Our team and Will, we're actually at the largest consumer electronics show, and we're there to present our newest product, G2 and R1. So, Will, tell us all about CES.
Yeah, it has been a great show for us. We got a really beautiful booth, and I think our booth is probably the busiest out of all the smart glasses brands. And we have people just line up throughout for 3-4 days, and we were able to really do a lot of live demos to our customers, to media friends, and also our channel partners. So all in all, it's a pretty great show for us, and I think we end up winning like 5 awards. So it was good. Yeah.
Quite impressive. I mean, I did see a lot of videos and pictures from our videographer friend, Alan, and I think we really outdid ourselves this year, just depending on how many people just really showed up. Any key takeaways from the show? I mean, what makes you excited about this next year? This upcoming year ahead?
Yeah, I think it was definitely a great experience to always see people's face lit up when they first time see the HUD popping up. So we were able to see a lot of those faces at CES, obviously. And I think the features we're pushing towards conversations are really making people impressed. The Translate, the Conversate, I think at the show we were able to really just live demo it, and people were talking different languages, talking different topics, and AI is chipping in and helping with the conversation. So I think we got a huge potential there. But obviously we also found out a lot of stuff we can improve.
I bet a lot of folks wanted to buy around the spot, and I think that's the general sentiment that we've been having ever since we launched. And posts online have been saying that the worst thing about their G2s is waiting for it to arrive. But this is a valid concern. People are wondering where their glasses are, and I was wondering if we can provide a little bit more insights and transparency into what's going on with the production and shipping and everything of that sort.
Yeah, I think we really need to apologize for all the shipping situation. Obviously, the order has been coming much higher than we were expecting, but that cannot be the excuse, right? So, we were just really working hard to try to catch up, and we actually invested in building our own factory in Guangzhou, just so that we can keep all the production more in order and in control. So the factory is already running, and I think so far we've already tripled our production capacity comparing to prior shipping. So yeah, I think our estimation is we wanted to catch up with most of the backlogs by the start of Chinese New Year. So
middle of February.
Yeah.
I think we did have a similar issue when we're shipping out the G1 at first. How do we resolve that in the end? And can we expect the same to happen with G2s, where everything is going to get much faster? And
yeah, for sure. Actually, if we're talking about the quantity, right now we're already producing G2 much higher than back then when we were producing G1. And the ramp up has been much faster than G1. It's just like I said, the order is also on a different magnitude now. But then again, those small differences you might think from G1 to G2 were actually also really challenging in production. For example, like how we made the temple thinner, how we made the whole frame overall thinner, that actually poses like completely different manufacturing challenges. So we were actually I think underestimating it, how hard it is. But luckily right now we have all the solutions. It's just a matter of time. So we're catching up.
If you want to read up more about how the glasses have changed, please go take a look at the Even Insider blog, where we talk all about the technicalities of things. And people are saying that waiting for their prescription glasses to come takes a significantly longer time than other companies. And I'm wondering if we're doing anything special with our lenses or anything of that sort that might slow down the production even more for them.
Yeah, like if you're comparing to like the regular RX glasses, obviously the whole process is different. I think the main reason of us building our own factory, one side of things is trying to keep all the production in control, but the other side is to really solve the RX issue. Because as we go deeper into the production process, we actually found out if we wanted to make the prescription lenses compatible with the waveguide, and also make it as thin as possible, a lot of process needs to be changed. Like how you actually manufacture the RX lenses, what kind of equipment you use, what kind of tooling you use, and also the materials would actually all be different, or at least revised from the traditional experience, traditional process. So essentially, imagine you wanting to make the front surface of the RX lenses as flat as possible, right? So you want it to so that it can be combined with the waveguide lenses, and then that's never a requirement in the traditional RX world where all the front face is actually curved. And then also because you're adding an extra layer of waveguide, and then you still want to have the overall optical structure as thin, being as thin as possible, getting closer to your traditional pair of lenses. So you essentially need to make the RX lenses part almost like 30 to 40% thinner than the traditional RX lens. So yeah, imagine if you want to do that, then obviously you probably need to seek for different materials or different coatings, and also you have to have like different parameters when you're manufacturing it. So all those are actually the reason why it's much more challenging than just making traditional ones.
Yeah, so it's like any small thing that a consumer may notice is actually going to be like a big challenge for us to solve.
For sure.
So, yeah. Actually, very funny story. People are urging me to screw on their hinges for them in the Discord because they think the production is so slow. But then I told them that it's screwless.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of our very enthusiastic consumers who have recently gotten their glasses, we got some amazing feedback already, which shows that G2 is very well received, but there are also some questions. And I was wondering if we can do a round of Q&A to address some of these things.
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Cyrex on Reddit as well as Discord ask, we love Conversates, but I feel like the outputs are sometimes hit or miss. When it works, it feels magical and makes me feel omnipotent, but on the other half of the time, it doesn't really understand what I know and often misses the context of the conversation.
Yeah, that's like I think the biggest sentiment we got around Conversate, where when you first got it, it's magical, right? It's like nothing else before that. You all of a sudden have this AI superpower with you in your conversation, and having those AIQ popping up is really surprising at the first time using it. We always has this wow moment with people trying it out the first time, but then very quickly people feel like, okay, if I really wanted to use it daily in my work, a lot of times the AIQ is not accurate enough, or it's popping out too much stuff that I don't need, right? So yeah, I think that's also my feeling. I'm actually using it daily in my work, and so essentially I think a lot of our users I see in the Discord channels or on Reddit, they already got it figured out. Like the main thing is about context, right? So yeah, right now the model doesn't have any context value, so it's like too general and they're going in. And obviously we wanted to make sure there's more context from the user that's inputted into the model, where the model can actually understand your occupation, understand like what kind of topics will revolve around you, right? So obviously it's a proactive process, but it also can be a pretty active process where the model will pick up, will learn from the conversation, but then again, also you can actually input stuff, right? You can actually set a prompt. So obviously we are trying to work towards that, but we also wanted to work towards that in a privacy respected.
We're aware of.
Yeah, because obviously people would think, okay, those are really important conversations. Are you using that to train your own model? So yeah, so we wanted to set up in a way where it's more like a personal rack system, where it's only storing that information in your account or even locally, and then model is picking up from that, but not necessarily using that to train themselves, so that you can rest assured with your privacy.
Yeah, of course.
But then again, like once you have that, have more of your files, have more of your prompts, and also the model understanding your bio, so you can definitely expect the model to be better. So I think this big upgrade to Conversate to add the sort of like the context feature is what the whole team is working towards. Yeah, and we're really confident that once with that added, Conversate can be really elevated.
So it will feel smarter in a sense.
For sure.
Most general way.
For sure.
Wonderful to hear that. Charlie Caper underscore, who is also actually even Hub developer.
Cool.
He said, teleprompt is sick for word scripts, but is there any way we can make it better suited for professional speakers who prefer stick to a set of talking points?
Right. Yeah. Actually, I had that same issue. Like, cause for a lot of my talks or like panel discussions, I don't need the word for word that script, obviously, right? But I do want to have certain sets of talk points or bullet points so that I actually remember the gist of it. So yeah, I think that's also under discussion now, and I think our UI UX designers is taking a look at it, how we can better address that.
Sure. The third question I have is from Sue, which is actually one of our first users. They said, what an upgrade from G1. I can see so much more information now on my dashboard, although sometimes a bit overwhelming. But I really do miss the ability to customize my shortcuts that we had in a previous generation. And I hope they can add it back.
Right. Yeah, that's also a really good point. Like in G1, we don't even have the touchpad, right? It's just a touch bar. So it actually kind of limits you to being able to navigate around classes. But then actually, the good part of it is it actually force you to simplify stuff, right? So essentially, we made the tap and hold into just shortcuts to features, right? To quick notes and to even AI. And actually, people loved it, right?
I mean, I love it.
Yeah, because it's just easy to use and you don't have to really like fumble around, right? Yeah. So like this time, when we enabled the touchpad, we wanted to really think about how to build a proper like navigating system, right, around the whole thing. But then we actually sort of neglected some of the shortcut capabilities. Right? So we're thinking about now, for example, when the screen is off, you can still set the long press to be shortcuts. Right. That you can even like disable the long press so that
false triggering.
False triggering, especially with the ring. Right. But you can also set it up to, for example, quick lists or AI, so that when the screen's off, you long press, then there's this shortcut. But then when the screen's on, you long press, obviously it's the menu.
Yeah. So we do give customers a little bit more freedom when it comes to customization, but we also want to make sure that the UI UX experience is kind of consistent.
Yeah,
definitely. Last question from Ollie Manq. Are there any software features planned or an app store perhaps?
Yeah, obviously the Even Hub, I think a lot of our users already know about it. I think David was you were behind the program, right? You send out the email, and I think we got really great amount of applicants, right?
We had 1K under 24 hours applicants, and it was honestly overwhelming in the best way possible.
So that's definitely coming out, and I think I've seen some really interesting app made by our own developers in house, right? I assume you already seen it, right?
Of course.
So that's coming out for sure in the next I think 1 or 2 months.
I mean, projected, and we should be able to roll out to everybody who's interested in building with us before March. So so that will be in the near future. And speaking of which, we have already kicked off our Even Hub pilot program, and we have picked out 50 brightest ideas to implement. So for you as a general user, if you're interested, you will be able to see all these new plugins, apps, exciting things to show up in your Even Realities app by the end of February. And we can't wait to turn these things into reality. So
don't overpromise.
Okay.
If it's end of March, then
projected. Disclaimer. But we're seeing some pretty good progress already, and I really feel like we have a pretty good community of developers who are really passionate and really willing to be scrappy with us and to build out this foundation for everybody to expand their ideas.
That's great.
And I was wondering, I mean, we align on this internally, but what does Even Hub or software ecosystem mean to us as a company? And like, what does that mean to our roadmap?
I think that's definitely one of the most important strategic investment for us. So obviously, in first gen, when we launched the product, the feature is even more limited than G2. And when we got the product out to people's hands, like I would say, like instantly, we got millions of ideas flowing to our mailboxes. Because like once you give people a pair of everyday glasses that's so comfortable and light, and then they are willing to put on all the time, and then also with this really discreet, always on display with them, they just have like millions of ideas on what they want to show on the HUD, right? We got like requests from pilots where they wanted to have the
aviation dashboard.
Exactly. And then there's also surgeons. They wanted to have their like related information. There's lawyers, there's all kinds. So obviously we won't be able to develop that all in-house, but we do want to make sure the product is the capability of it is getting expanded as much as possible. So the only way we can reach that is with the help of the community of the developers. So we definitely wanted to invest, and then also to really build a vibrant like community and to really give good support to them. Yeah, so I think that's definitely one of the most important thing on our roadmap.
Well, since we brought it up already, kind of a spicy question. We already talked about G1 a little bit. Any continuous plans following G1 once now we have released G2?
Yeah, I think obviously the last couple months is hectic. Like we're really trying to catch up. We're trying to push out updates. There's also bugs with G2. But then again, I know there's also this feeling that G1 customers not getting enough updates. So we're working towards to fix that. We actually already hired more engineers, expanded our software engineers. Yeah. We have like I think 5x even. So yeah, it's just we're really kicking off. You should expect things to really accelerate. And we will definitely be still maintaining the G1 software, and we will be pushing out more updates to make it better.
Yeah. We're already working internally to kind of include things that can make the biggest impact, but it's just the timeline of things is relatively uncertain. But yeah, I mean, pretty happy to hear that. I think we're just going to wrap up the first journal as we're running out of time. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to us, and let us know in the comments what you would like to talk about next. And I will find the right people to talk about it to. And thank you for your time, Will. And thank you guys for listening. So until next time.
Yep. See you.